All right. About half of us are seniors. We're about to be college students. We're about to be these people. We're going to be sitting in a lecture hall listening to the professor go on about like whatever subject we are choosing to major in. But here's the thing. College costs money, thousands of dollars. And us, we are low income. So our thought is, how are we going to pay for college? We have stress about that. So how do we pay for it? Well, we usually do things like the FAFSA. We have scholarships. And the least likely, less desirable option, loans, which will have us be paying debt 30 years in the future. But it all depends on how long we go for, whether we want to get an associate's, a bachelor's, master's degree, etc. But we also need to think, how will we be able to pay for all of this without going into either debt or poverty? So I like to propose this. What if the government were to pay for college? But first, let's consider the cost for college. According to Melanie Hansen in her article, Average Cost of College and Tuition, it costs $35,720 per year on average in the United States for all the expenses. But for Indiana specifically, tuition costs $9,502 per year, and it totals, like after room and board and all that stuff, $20,348. And for things like loans, a bachelor's degree can exceed $400,000 in terms of student loan debt payoff. Like the benefits of going to college, in Barbara Galt's and Moore's article, College Affordability for Low-Income Adults, Improved Returns on Investments for Family and Society, they reported that college graduates earn $570,000 more than high school graduates in a lifetime. There's a higher rate of employment, and they have things like worker benefits with a pension plan, which is like similar to a 401k, but with earning money towards retirement. They reported that 65% receive it with a bachelor's, 73% receive it with a master's, and only 52% with only a high school diploma. We also got to consider our current situation with COVID. According to census.gov in their article, Income, Poverty, and Health Insurance Coverage in the United States 2020, it caused poverty to increase from 10.9% to 11.9% from 2019 to 2020. And the average household income decreased from $69,560 in 2019 to $67,521 in 2020, which is a 2.9% decrease. This is especially harmful for society if they choose to go on to college. If the government were to intervene and pay for college, the society would have more money to spend on essentials and care for a family, as well as less likely to be impoverished because of the cost. There are pros to this plan. It would make college more affordable and available to all who desire it, less likely to have debt because of the absence of student loans, and more likely to get better paying jobs. But as much as it's good, there are cons to this. College can become less valued. Scholarships and FAFSA can become nearly obsolete. And most importantly, taxes! Taxes! Now I know all you adults grown up the sight of taxes, but hear me out. I have a plan to solve this problem. I devised something called a tax slip, which will adjust taxes based on your annual income. I've divided it into 4 sections. People will make less than 20K, 20K to 40K, 40K to 70K, and greater than 70K. And these amounts shown next to their income is what they'll pay out of their income, out of their paycheck. But we also got to put this in proportion. We have 329.5 million Americans in the United States. According to statistics, percent distribution of household income in the United States in 2020, I took their percentages and adjusted it to my slope. So it's bound to have some error in the approximations, but after adding up all the total of the people, we'll roughly be given between less than 602.854 billion to $706.842 billion with all this tax. And this sounds like quite a lot, but trust me, it gets better. Consider the following. And Kyle Yeager's article, and here's how military and education spending compare in America. America had a $1.11 trillion budget in 2015, and $598.5 billion went towards military, which is 54%, while only $70 billion go towards education. If we were to decrease military budget, this can be beneficial and pay more for people's college. And also the tax slope tops the education budget approximately tenfold on the veteran. With the tax slope and more, college can be free for all Americans through government funding, and it would be especially beneficial with the current circumstances and poverty. But hang on, I am not stopping here. That's right. I'm taking this all the way to Congress, and I need your help. If you support this idea, please sign this petition if you believe college should be free.